What's up, everybody, and welcome to my review of Friday Night Smackdown. Smackdown, a lot going on tonight as we head into Crown Jewel in the next couple of weeks. So, obviously, matches are being made right now. As they played last week's recap of SmackDown and talked about what's going on in the show tonight, we kicked it off with Paul Heyman in the middle of the ring, basically talked about what happened with Monday and how Jimmy Uso got involved. With the changing of the tag team titles, but then he got to Roman Reigns, which he would defend the undisputed title against LA Knight. Heyman basically said, it's hard to believe, but I am a fan. He talked about how the crowd was poor and whatnot, and he talked about the whole thing. But on November the 4th, this is only gonna be LA Knight's only opportunity of winning the title. Heyman basically said he was going to get smashed by Roman Reigns and he will not win. LA Knight came out there and told him, like, you can walk up out of here, and he want Roman Reigns out here right now. But then, as Heyman tried to leave, Knight said, "Oh, I tell you to go nowhere." He said, "You just told me to leave." I thought that was pretty funny. But LA Knight basically said, you step one foot out of the ring and gonna turn your hair back to gray. He talked about the spear last week, and he said how he's like Michael Myers. You're never gonna get rid of me. LA Knight basically told Heyman he's going to win that undisputed title because it's his game now, and he's gonna have a contract signing with him next week. So that's gonna go down. The promo was okay. I'll say that it basically got what it needed to get across for the contract signing and for you know Crown Jewel coming up in the next few weeks. So we know that's gonna happen. I don't think LA Knight is gonna win this title at all. I figured he was gonna get a Crown Jewel in that Survivor Series anyway. So I don't know. I know a lot of people aren't really like they want to see the match, but they know it's not going to be the best quality looking match and whatnot. I think I've heard a lot of criticism into that. LA Knight is super over, yes he is, but I think he can have a good match with Roman Reigns, and whatnot. But I do, I'm not, I don't know, like I want to see the match, but I know he's not going to win. So I don't know how good it's going to look at Crown Jewel with LA Knight and Roman Reigns, but I just know LA Knight's not going to win. Next, Montez Ford went against Santos Escobar. Um, Pretty good match out there. Not bad at all. It ended up with Montez Ford winning. I know Dawkins took out the rest of the LWO out there. Ford had rolled him up, got the win. The Street Profits started attacking then. Carlito, and once again, his very horrible theme music, which I wish they would put back to its regular theme music, came out there with a chair then. Basically, backing off the Street Profits then after that. Ray ended up talking to Carlito, thanking him and the rest of LWO, their family and whatnot. But he said he's going to take care of this Logan Paul business tonight on his own. Zelina said, "You need us out there?" And he said, "Nah, he got this." By the way, Rey Mysterio and his Batman mask looked pretty cool, by the way. I know they had a pretty deadly video. I guess they were getting a pedicure until the Brawling Brutes ended up beating them up at the spa. So that happened. Jimmy Uso talking about, "I'm the blood mess, the bloodline. We at the locker room. Y'all saw what I did out there Monday. Touchdown, touchdown." And then they were looking at the screen, and I guess they saw John Cena headed to the ring. John Cena came out there, big pop, San Antonio, Texas, saying it's sold out here tonight. He was firing up the crowd, and he thanked them for what was going on. His fans chanted, "Thank you, Cena." Then Cena says, "Y'all don't know how much that means to me, but it's been a lot of hard truths he's had to face recently." And he mentioned something last week when he talked about Roman Reigns' streak as the champion right now. He talked about his own streak he's had. It's been over 2,002 days that he has had a win of a singles televised match. And the last time he won a match was in 2018. And I'm really trying to remember, who did he beat in 2018? Because that was kind of the start where he wasn't around as much then. Because I know he was hell bent on trying to get the WrestleMania that year, and he ended up losing to The Undertaker. And I know he lost to other people too during that time and that whole story. But it's like he was around still, but he wasn't around. And in 2019, he didn't even have a WrestleMania match that year, and he barely was around in 2019. 20, we only saw him really with the whole Bray Wyatt stuff, and that didn't really and then disappeared after that. Then 2021, Roman Reigns, and then he was gone. And then last year, he was just, 20th anniversary, and he had a tag match, he didn't have a singles match, and listen, we all know John Cena's Hollywood nowadays, okay? Now he's back now. As long as this Hollywood strike keeps going on with the Actors Guild, John Cena will be here every week on TV. I'm sure he's not doing as much, given he can't afford to get hurt right now, especially with acting roles. But it's not like they're doing it, any movies right now as it is anyway. So not people wonder why Cena just doesn't go all out like usual, which at this point, like I say, he still has a movie career to kind of worry about. But while that's on strike, he's here. But John Cena basically talked about, maybe it's time to face reality. Maybe I need to talk about retirement now. But he said, nah, facts is facts. It's been a long time since he's got a win, but he knows he still has it, okay? He still believes in himself. He still can go. He can still bring it around here. So he says the next person that walks out through that curtain right now to the ring, y'all about to get smoked. And next thing you know, Solo Sikoa came out there. Him and Cena started brawling. Jimmy Uso hit the ring with a super kick, which looked really bad, by the way. And basically, somebody in the hood ended up pulling out Jimmy Uso, which was Jey Uso, as they started brawling in after what happened last Monday. Solo was setting up for the Samoan Spike, but John Cena ended up hitting the FU, taking down Solo Sikoa in. So a pretty good segment. Maybe John Cena will be facing Solo Sikoa, Crown Jewel, I would assume, since that's the next pay-per-view coming up. So maybe he will finally get a singles win, since Cena hasn't had a singles win, I guess, in the past 5 years now. He hasn't had one. So I thought he had one, but it's been so periodically he's been around due to movie roles and whatnot. So yeah, we don't see him as much, but he's here right now for the foreseeable future until that Hollywood strike ends, if it ever ends. Let's hope it keeps going. I'm sure a lot of people would say. They had an Alba Fire Isla Dawn video. I guess they're coming back soon. Jey Uso is in the back with Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis. Basically, they tried to defuse the whole thing, saying Jey needs to be escorted from the building, but Pearce was like, well, no, why does he need to be kicked out? And, what Nick Aldis says, he's got a $10,000 fine. Well, Jimmy Uso should get a $10,000 fine. And basically says, have him escorted out of the building, but Pierce says, I'll do it. He says, Aldis, you know what? Escort both of them out. And then Pierce basically said, let the games begin. So obviously, I think this is going to be Raw versus SmackDown pretty soon with both GMs. So with Survivor Series kind of around the corner right now, I think we're about to get another brand warfare thing going on. So Raw versus SmackDown is back, folks. Logan Paul came out after that, whatever that boxing match. What was the guy's name? Dylan Dennis. I think I know it was horrible with security jumping the ring. Whatever that spectacle they had last week of a boxing match, and apparently it was shitted all over the place. A lot of people buried it. I'm sure with good right. I barely watched it, so I don't know. But from what I saw, it wasn't good. But Logan Paul came out there. Saying that people behind mask, and that's Rey Mysterio. But I don't need to beat Rey Mysterio again. I've already beaten him once. Alright, I beat him in my first match ever. And the last time I was around, Dominic, I guess, was still Rey's son. Roman Reigns still showed up to work. LA Knight finally had a job around here. And he says, you know what, I know how to navigate myself throughout this business. I'm a WWE superstar. I got $1 billion hydration business. I'm on top of the world right now. Rey Mysterio did come out saying, like, you remind me of my son and whatnot. And you want to call me a deadbeat dad and everything, since he said he beat one up last week, which I don't know what Dylan Dennis is. I don't know about that. I don't even know if I'm saying that man's name right also. But Rey Mysterio basically went on and says, you got a lot of great talent and a great career ahead of you, but you got a big mouth. And when I fought Dominic, I hesitated, but then I whipped his ass. And now, you want a title shot? Well, I'll give you one at Crown Jewel, all right? And he says, good luck, my friend. Basically, gracias, amigo, or buena suerte, amigo. So, yeah, good luck means buena suerte. Or whatnot, but Ray ended up shaking his hands and then walked off. So, basically, they'll have a match at Crown Jewel coming up. Do I think Logan Paul will win the title? I have really no idea. I don't know. Right after that, Cameron Grimes and Dragon Lee. Is Dragon Lee on the main roster at this point? Because, or is he just going to keep showing up on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT? I'm about to say he's part of the SmackDown roster. Grimes, we barely see. I don't have much to say about this match. It was okay. Grimes ended up taking the L then. I feel like we haven't seen Grimes around in a minute anyway, so I feel like they were building him up. Now they just kind of stopped. So it's not much I can say about this match. Waller in theory won. Bad Bunny WWE 2K23 DLC. I didn't know they even still had DLC for that game. Need to look that up. Kevin Owens had an interview after being separated from Sami Zayn and him being on SmackDown right now, and he didn't get another title shot. They won't get another title shot. But he talked about he wants to face people like Rey Mysterio, Sheamus, people he hasn't faced yet in the WWE. And he said this is the Kevin Owens show. Then again, Kevin Owens ends up on any show half the time if he gets moved around to Raw or SmackDown. So there you go. In the main event, we did get Io Shirai versus Charlotte Flair for the women's title. It was a good match. I don't have much to say from it. It was good. Um, it ended up with a obviously distraction finish, of course. So Bailey getting involved, Dakota getting involved, and then Charlotte went for the spear. Ended up getting hit by the title belt with Io, and Io got the win. Right after that, Damage Control started jumping Charlotte, but then we got the return of Bianca Belair. Got a big pop out there, headed to the ring, start taking out everybody. Was about to hit the KOD onto Io, but Bailey made the save. Then Bianca ended up helping up Charlotte, and that ended up ending the show. So other than that, SmackDown, a pretty good show, I will say. I guess with them now building the crown jewel, and it will be on FS1 next week too. So not on Fox. But I thought it was a pretty good show. Not bad. Not much I could say from it, but it was a decently good show. So Bianca Belair obviously making her big return and whatnot, and like I said, matches being built for Crown Jewel. But other than that, that's all I really got to say about SmackDown tonight. So yeah, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at Hood Knight 890. I'll see y'all then. Peace out.